Welcome to Walking Out Your Purpose with yours truly, Alicia Smith, where we focus on you reaching your full potential in all areas of your life through intentional dialogue and putting in the work. Let's get motivated to action so that we draw closer to realizing our life's purpose as women of God, wives, mothers, and businesswomen. Now come on in and eavesdrop on a conversation with me and sometimes a few others as we discuss having faith over fear from the pew to the boardroom and everywhere in between. I'm glad you're here. Let's get to walking out our purpose and accomplishing all that God has for us. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. It's what I use each and every time I upload an episode for you. Let me explain. It's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And they will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Now, why don't you go download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Welcome back to the Walking Out Your Purpose podcast with your host, always doing the most, Alicia Smith. You all, I'm so ecstatic to be back with you on another episode. We are in season 4. Honored, blessed, privileged to be before you, and so grateful for the audience that we have created and for the people that are coming into this podcast and this space are going to be so blessed because God continues to deposit, God continues to give resources and connections in order for this to be a blessing to others. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Today we're going to be talking about discovering your life's purpose. And recently I came across a great Tedx talk that just gave me really some inspiration and helped me think about some critical questions that we need to ask ourselves when we are discovering our purpose. The first question, which may seem basic, is deep, and that is, who are you? Who are you? And oftentimes we think about our job title, we think about other characteristics, but really when you go deep, you need to take a self-audit, get in tune with yourself, block out the noise, erase what other people say about you. You're more than just your ethnicity. You're more than just your gender. You're more than that. And when you get in tune with God, you will discover your identity. You'll discover who you are. Think about your values. Think about what's true for you. What do you stand for? What is your true identity? And then I want you to ask yourself, what do you do? And again, not the job title, not the surface stuff, but how does what you do change the people you do it for? How does the work that you do matter to someone else? I was thinking about this even for myself. And yes, it's true. I could say, hey, I'm a podcast host. I'm an HR professional. I own my own career coaching business. But nah, that's not what I do. What I do is I help women reach their full potential in all areas of their life. Because my life's purpose is to encourage, inspire by example to women. If they can truly find their purpose, they can live on purpose, with purpose, so that they're not aimlessly walking around wasting valuable time, but rather living out their full potential in every area of their life. That's what I do. What do you do? So when you go beyond the surface, go beyond the title, go deep into what it is that you do. And then who do you do it for? Because we all know that purpose is not just for us. It's for others. So take inventory of those that you impact most often. Think about the lives that you're changing. Isn't that powerful? Think about that. That is going to help frame up your purpose. And then the fourth question is, what do those people want or need? Because the critical element here is that we add value. It is not empty work because we're intentional. We're thinking about where we add the most value. We're getting clear and we're understanding that it's not about us, but it's about the needs and the wants of others that can be accomplished through the gift, the uniqueness, the purpose that's within us. So even though it's ours, it's our purpose, it's our walk, it's for somebody else. And the last question is, how do they change as a result? How do they change because of my purpose, because of your purpose? This means we're focused on the outcomes. We're focused on being change agents. We're finding the point and place of joy and fulfillment in us and in others. But we're not self-absorbed. We are focused on the person on the other end of our yes. So, I challenge you to think about those questions. Who are you? What do you do? Who do you do it for? What do those people want or need? And how have they changed as a result of you and your purpose? And I want to go back to this question again about who you are. Because when we recognize who we really are, it's going to build our confidence, our courage, and our contribution level. So be your authentic self. It's okay. Because this will give you the clarity about your goals, your assets, and your life's purpose. Because your power lies in putting your best self forward every day, operating in purpose every day. And so as you examine yourself, think about your key strengths, your passions. Get to know yourself. What are the experiences that you've had that brought you energy, that brought you joy, that engaged you in a way that made you want to keep going? Recently, you all, I found a new passion of mine. I've always been someone that's focused on my finances. I budget and I save money and I, obviously pay off debt and all of those good things. And But recently I started talking about it on YouTube, and I can't even believe the response, right? And so I'm like, oh my goodness, I have really tapped into something that I enjoy, but also other people are benefiting from. And people are writing me saying that they love it and they're on their own journey and this is encouraging. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Now I watch this kind of content all the time, but for people to watch the content that I'm delivering, which again is still connected to my purpose, because I want everyone to live out their full potential in all areas of their life. And that means building generational wealth. That means being debt-free. That means teaching your children about finances, about living a life of peace and not having to focus on money, right? So, or where it's going to come from rather, right? Where money is going to come from. And so I just challenge you to get real clear. Be your authentic self. Identify what brings you joy and fulfillment, and share that with someone else. You never know. Who knew? I think I'm just so blessed and so grateful that I get an opportunity to talk to you all week in and week out. It just is so encouraging also to hear from you all that this is impactful and important work. And remember, when we're not our authentic self, we become preoccupied with trying to play a role or trying to behave or speak or act the way we think others would want us to. And when we do this, we can't possibly be operating in our purpose because we're trying to live someone else's life. And we know that's not God's plan for us. So I want you to keep discovering who you are. Get rid of the persona, because keeping up that type of act becomes exhausting, you all. And it uses up valuable mental capacity and time that could be instead dedicated toward impacting the lives of others through your life's purpose. And this is what I want you to think about. God has given you another breath for a reason. He still has a work for you to do. So purpose is important. Purpose is critical. It's so important that God continues to try to bring you signs to connect you with others and to give you that burning desire on the inside that nudges you. And that's because He wants you to get the work done. And you all know we are all about getting the work done. So take some time, do your self-audit, spend some time with God and yourself. Please prioritize self-care. It is critical that we get in tune with ourselves. Stop worrying about what others think. Stop worrying about who you think they want you to be. Be obsessed with who God wants you to be. And whatever you do, do it in the spirit of excellence. Do it for the sake of others, to bring them joy and peace and life, and most importantly, a relationship with God. So I just wanted to share those tips with you all. And as you continue to discover, for some of you, your purpose, and for others to walk in your purpose because you already know it, these are critical points that you can come back to constantly check yourself. Am I doing it for the right reason? Am I connecting Is it valuable? Is it meaningful? Is it impactful? Okay? So I love you guys, and I want you to be your best self. So go conquer your day, as I always say, and don't let it conquer you. Be blessed. Well, everyone, I hope you took some good notes and have at least one action you will take to propel your life forward in pursuing your purpose. Let's get it. We can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. Now go conquer your day and don't let it conquer you. Until next time, peace and blessings.